So the one thing I can tell you is they're not going to be like us. These things that we're building are not going to be people. And these things that we're summoning into the world now are not demons, but they're not good, they're not evil. The same way that you don't care about an ant is the same way they're not going to care about you. There are entities that are not going to be aligned with what we want.
There's a plan and a scheme to merge man with machines, to reprogram our genes, to replace human beings with something obscene, a transhuman dream, a self-aware robot that can't be redeemed, a puppet on strings with programmable brains, a mixture of iron and clay in its veins, the Ego Man seed with nanotechnologies, and demo the mark of the beast artificially, bypass the boundaries of death and biology, instantly stop all decay, reverse entropy, quantum computer control powered memories, customized bionic babies in factories, born with androgynous genderless pedigrees, cloned with no souls, without an identity, molded identically, all grown synthetically, alchemically, merging their minds with technology, entranced and enthralled, a chance to evolve, a trance that has captured, enchanted them all, a plan that involves transcending the fall, transhumanist movement, translucent cabal, entranced and enthralled, a chance to evolve, a trance that has captured, enchanted them all, a plan that involves transcending the fall, transhumanist movement, translucent cabal, like a morbid assortment of Frankenstein forces, control rigor mortis and zombified corpses, distortions like hybridized flesh-covered cyborgs, assortments of warlocks and sorcerers, shaman imposters who summon up automaton monsters, homunculus minions, mechanical demons. Long ago are their wands and their rattles and chants, or their voodoo like trances and drumming and dancing. Advanced are the hijinks and latest contraptions, with gadgets and gizmos to sink their distractions, adapting to tap into unmapped dimensions, to overlap quantum and tangled connections, bizarre spooky action control from a distance, like visitors come to assist us. There is no resistance and no one's suspicious, the wicked and twisted magicians in their mission is endless, entranced and enthralled, a chance to evolve, a trance that has captured, enchanted them all, a plan that involves transcending the fall, transhumanist movement, translucent cabal, entranced and enthralled, a chance to evolve, a trance that has captured, enchanted them all, a plan that involves transcending the fall, transhumanist movement, translucent cabal.
This transition is really, really massively important for our entire species to navigate, and nobody is paying attention. This thing is happening in the background, and underneath it all is this rising tsunami that, if we're not careful, is going to wipe us all out.
Hi, I am back after being live today. Earlier, if you were around, which I know some of you were, we had an early Friday afternoon Solomon report, and that was just out of the blue, spontaneous, and I had a lot of fun doing it. It is almost just a few days away from my 3-year anniversary, and I was going to show you guys that is exactly the case, but I didn't have my own website pulled up. But I gotta do that. I'm working off of 2 browsers now because I've decided to go with Brave because I'm really tired of Safari. But at first, it wasn't showing Brave here, but now it is. So there, Safari, but here is my first video ever, which is funny because it says 2 years ago because, oh, thanks. I like the hat too because I got it for my girls and they didn't wear it. So here we are. Look at me with these huge drawn on eyebrows. I have to laugh about it because I was watching this going, oh boy, like those look crazy. But basically, you know, the story is the same. I think my arms were maybe a little skinnier back then. Not sure. But anyway, I was so nervous that I made a video just saying I don't know what this channel is going to turn into. I don't know what it's going to be like. But I said I wanted to talk about gold and silver. And here we are 3 years later. And I've got a little bit better setup, a little bit better background, a little bit better hairstyle, not headphones. But yeah, so here we still are. And even though my arms might have been a little smaller then, it's not because I've gotten fat. It's because I'm buff, man. Come on, like I'm doing boot camp, you guys, right? Anyway, I wanted to bring that up because I have actually had a pretty significant amount of views, 1,300 views, because what I say in this video is very similar to what I feel today. I said, I didn't know what this is going to turn into. Thanks, yeah, Brenda, humble beginnings. Like, I don't know what this is going to turn into. I don't know where the Lord, and back then I think I even said, well, shoot, like we could watch it. Let's watch it. And dear. Let's see if you guys can hear it. Tell me if you can hear it. And dear. Whoops, I don't know. Hi. And dear YouTube, which is how I started the letter that I had written originally. Yes, I wrote a letter that said, Dear YouTube. And then I realized I'm not writing all of YouTube and saying, let me know if you can't just hear that. YouTube. I am writing to the viewers. So, dear viewers, all of which may be only 2 right now, I want you to know that I'm starting this channel because I'm excited to share my life with you, but I'm more excited to bring you into my life. I want to know who you are. And so before I get into all that, I'm going to tell you that I love the trend of the song, if it's even called this, the phrase of the lyric, started from the bottom, now we hear. And
oh man, that's when I listen to secular music. I listen to secular music, forgive me. This is so funny to watch.
From the bottom with this video. I have
For
no
sure.
good lighting. I have a terrible backdrop of my hot mess of a home. And I have my phone recording and my headset as a microphone. But that's okay because I can only
nervous.
go up from here, right?
Yes.
Correct.
That's right.
So therefore, I'm happy to have my hot mess of a home as my backdrop. Segue into my hot mess life. I am a hot mess, but I am in training to become very responsible. And that's why I'm here. One big reason I'm here. I am set to become the most successful train wreck you've ever seen. And what do we know about train wrecks? You can't look away.
No,
So
you can't.
you are going to be here excited, yet sometimes disgusted, but profoundly unable to look away from my growth and my story and my changes. And I'm excited that you want to be here for that, even if you think you don't, you're going to be, because like I said, it's train wreck and you're going to have to watch, right? So I'm told I lead a very intriguing life that people really just choose to live vicariously and they don't want to experience them themselves. So great. I'm here to live it for you guys. I'm happy to do it in some ways. So I'm here to put that opinion to a world domination test. And I say world domination because want to know if I can take over the world with my very intriguing life, but also I want to become a part of your lives and know who you are. I want to know your story. I want to know how you got where you are. I want to know how you feel about that. And I want to know, do you want to change it? Do you want to do something different? Or do you love where you are? And I hope and challenge you that I have a hope that you will invite me to your lives. I challenge you to allow me to be a part of your life. And I challenge myself to let you be a part of mine, because we have to move into that discomfort zone in order to grow. But I just want to know you, and that's what it's all about. It's fun to talk about me, but it's more fun to talk about you. And with that being said, I'll move on to prepare and do the same thing I plan to do every night, and that will be to try and take over the world with love and compassion. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Not bad. That wasn't bad, right? That was not bad. I still think that I feel the same way. I have sought to know you guys. I kind of could tear up, but I'm not going to cry. But I have sought to know you guys in this community and become something where we can grow together. And I think we have. I'm so grateful. In fact, I don't know why you guys come and listen to me at all. Like, what do I know, right? But somehow in this time, in this last 3 years, here we are. We've come together and we have created together a network and a community. I didn't do that. I prayed for it. In fact, I remember not long after that, I think I was like, I had a friend that was like praying for me and with me. Let's pray that I would find a community that I could talk about some of these things that I was so interested in talking about. In fact, speaking of some of the things that I was so interested in talking about would be videos on things that are happening right now. And what I had put together at some point was my black gold, black goo videos. And I'm so glad you guys are here too. Oh my gosh, trust me. I don't even know why anyone want to listen to me, but yet here we are. But on these black goo videos, this is the videos that I started with, that was in talking about the nanotechnology, getting into programmable technology, programmable matter, getting into what that really was, aliens, demons, what were we dealing with? And every video I did took me a step further into understanding what's going on today. And today, I can't believe the things that I understand about what the triple brackets, they are trying to do to this world by trying to become eternal on this earth. They've created many ways to use us as guinea pigs, and sadly, many people are allowing it. And I'm just amazed that I even saw it only 3 years ago. I know that there are people that saw it 20 years ago, 30 years. Oh, I've been knowing about that from the sense of da-da-da. I'm so grateful that I even knew anything about it at all. I want to tell you guys that the first video I think I made was the AI that fell from the sky. And then I think they're out of order after that, unfortunately. But Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Saturn Rising, the Aliens, Werewolves, Vampires one still relates, Quantum Computers, Black Mirror, Who's Crying Now, and what I haven't added, oh, there it is, the Black Gold Ascension was really the tie-up at the end, was the Black Gold Ascension, was where I said, okay, I feel like I know what I need to know. And so I'm reminding people in case or telling people if they're new, I used to create and produce these videos, and I spent a lot of time learning editing, and I made very fancy productions of what we call a trailer for these every time. And I put in a lot of work. So if you didn't know that I did that, please check out some of my older stuff. They are in a playlist, so you don't have to go and find them, right? You can just go to the Black Gold, Black Goo playlist, and you can watch them. But it even amazes me. I go back and I'm watching, I'm like, oh my gosh, how did I know this stuff? How did I learn this stuff? Well, it was because other people did a lot of the research before me, and I learned from them, and I wanted to pass that knowledge on. I wanted to share it. It was so important to me to share. And yet, for whatever reason, this channel, it kind of caught on, but it kind of didn't, but it doesn't matter because I have a community that means so much to me that I don't need 100,000 subscribers. In fact, I kind of stopped looking after a while. But I wished for a long time that this would kind of catch fire and I would be able to collaborate with bigger channels. But what I learned is some of those bigger channels have sadly kind of the fame, I think, got to them in a place that I don't want to be a part of. So if you haven't, please feel free to hit the like if you like it and subscribe. And if you don't like it, you can share with your enemies, like Duke always says from World Bigfoot Radio. But the silver was where it started, and now here we are in crypto. And I'm bringing this up today because we've seen Bitcoin fall drastically. Hi, Brett, welcome. And we've seen Doge take a dip, and what do people say? Buy on the dip. I'm kind of amazed that people sell on the dip and get scared and run away, but at the same time, it's a massive gamble. I was just telling someone today, you could buy into Bitcoin, you could buy into Doge, you could buy into Ethereum, a lot of these. And basically, it's like dropping money into a Keno machine and you hope that you win big, which would be great because everybody loves it when they make thousands of dollars on these cryptocurrencies. But I prefer to get into something that just takes a little time to wait on and let it go up and watch what happens. So I'm sticking with my stable coin, as you guys know, which is the IMC. I did not pull up that exchange, but let me do that. So on the IM exchange, we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, on our IMC coin token, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple, and Litecoin. And so you can watch where it is all the time. So it's kind of been sitting at 40 cents, but I bought in at 20. So I'll at least be able to double my money. Yeah, Wendy, you made it twice today. Woohoo! Now, if I sit on it longer, I may be able to do better than that. I may be able to triple it or quadruple it. But what this doesn't do is it doesn't go up and down in these massive spikes like we see with Bitcoin. I'm not saying don't buy Bitcoin, by the way. Like, I'm not here to say don't buy Bitcoin. I'm not here to say don't buy Doge. I'm not here to say any of that. I'm saying buy those if you want to, but also get involved with an alternative stable coin, which we call an altcoin. I don't get into copper or other metals because gold and silver are actual money. It's scriptural. And while copper, I know some people are into it, I'm just not going to take the time. But interestingly enough, we've got this guy that says cryptocurrency exchanges need more regulation. You know why that's interesting? Because Wyoming passed regulation that says the opposite, that they want people to have their digital assets continue to be an asset for them. And so Wyoming passed legislation back in 2019. I know I've shared this article with you guys before, but it's important to share again that this is why we are interested in the particular altcoin that we're buying in, which is called the IMC token, an iMoney crypto token, because it's registered out of Wyoming. One of the things I wanted to read specifically was it says that this legislation in Wyoming authorizes the first true qualified custodian for digital assets, which is a bank. Now, that doesn't mean it's centralized, but it's saying that Wyoming banks can start such operations as soon as September 1, 2019, that Wyoming's digital asset custodians will stand out above all others because they will respect the direct ownership nature of digital assets. So instead of centralizing it, they passed legislation that people voted for and agreed upon in Wyoming that the banks would respect the ownership of these digital assets. So the new custodians won't be like traditional securities custodians, because for Wyoming-based custodian investors will still directly own their own digital assets under custody as a bailment, which means they retain direct ownership while merely giving up control like valet parking. Now, I'm not going through banks in Wyoming, and I don't suggest you do it either. What I'm saying is this legislation made big changes and made a lot of people who have crypto, who want to start a crypto company or even are the owners of certain crypto businesses, to want Wyoming to be the hub. So they've created this revolutionary ownership that doesn't exist in security custodies today. Customers of Wyoming custodians can still choose indirect ownership, but it's on a much more investor-friendly terms. than exist in securities custody today. In some, Wyoming will become known as the home of solvent, investor-friendly digital asset custodians to which investment fiduciaries are likely to migrate over time. Not likely, they will, they already are. People want Wyoming to be the hub of cryptocurrencies. I don't want to read the whole article, but it's important that you guys understand why I say Bitcoin is fine, Dogecoin is fine. This guy says he's unfazed, it's going to come back, it's pretty routine. He's probably right. I think Bitcoin is definitely going to go back up. But who bought in at 60 some thousand and now are at 38? People, this will destroy your livelihood to buy in at that high price. And it's a gamble. So never put in more than you can afford, right? So even with ours, never put in more than you can afford. Now, it says 40 cents on the exchange today. We're buying in at 28. I bought in at 20. So I'm at least going to double my money. I'm okay with that. And then people say, well, why aren't you on the bigger? Well, why can't I find you on Coinbase? Why can't I find you on Bittrex? Why can't I find you on blah, blah, blah? Well, that's because we're not there yet. We're a new coin. But also, I don't want to be on these other exchanges. You know why? Because when I'm on Coinbase, when I first got in, everybody, by the way, people kind of complain that it's hard to buy our crypto. Well, it's hard to buy a lot of crypto because you kind of got to buy crypto to buy crypto. There's certain exchanges that only let you trade. They don't even let you cash out. So I had to get Ethereum to buy our IMC token. And when I did that, I was charged a $5 fee from Coinbase. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're trading on a regular basis, they charge $5 every time you trade. Ours, if you go in here and I'll show you, if you want to buy, say, okay, I want to buy 25 of these, it tells, okay, well, you can buy them and, oh, I'm on the right one. Yeah. 25. Buying price is $10 because they're 40 cents. The fee is 10 cents. So it's $10.10. I could click buy. But what if I only want to buy 5? $2. The fee is 10 cents still. So it's 10 cents no matter how much I want to buy. Now, granted, there is a fee where when you buy through World Crypto Life at 28 cents a token, there is no fee, right? But there's a fee, but it's only 10 cents. So everybody who says, why aren't you on Coinbase? Why aren't you on these other ones? I've researched it and I can't find it anywhere. Well, I don't want to really be on those because I'm going to be charged all these massive fees for trading or cashing out or buying. So that's the biggest thing I wanted to say. It's stability in holding. That's very common with cryptocurrencies. So everybody's like, well, I have to lock it in. Not everybody. People will ask, why do I have to lock it in? There's stability in holding. That's very common with stability altcoins. You want to hold these things so that they don't do that up and down deal, but that they gradually go up and up and up. Doesn't mean they don't suffer losses. I mean, I have seen our coin up as much as 60 cents. And usually I saw it in the 50 cent range, down at 40. But that is not as big of a loss as Bitcoin going from 60 some thousand down to 38 and Ethereum dropping as much as it has too. I don't watch Ethereum as closely, but you can see it's in, everything's been in the red. It's just, why would I want to, I'm not going to gamble, right? You're welcome to gamble, but I just want to mention, I don't drop money into a Keno machine, but when I do, I put in $5, and then when I hit $13, I'm like, I'm cashing out. I'm good to go. Also, earlier, NPC mentioned the stand, and I'm watching the original. I posted in the Discord server under movies, the stand. There's a movie channel, but since I'll just give a general invite to the Discord if you're not there. But it's 6 hours long, so it is long, but very telling. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I just wish, well, not sometimes, all the time, I just wish I had someone to watch this stuff with, because it is amazing to me how much it is just telling of our times. For instance, like, if there was a real pandemic, the government would probably try to cover it up like they did in China. If it was real, they'd probably be burning the bodies, trying to keep everything a secret. And also, if they were dealing with the sick, they'd be putting on these, balloon-filled air things that protect them, and they're totally secure, and they have to plug into oxygen on the wall, and that's how they'd be dealing with the sick. But no, they're just a mask. Just a mask is going to protect you now. You don't need airtight, sanitized clothing, or the balloon outfit where you go in and you do a sanitized shower and they spray you off and then you can go into the next room after you take off all that stuff. No, now it's just a mask. Just a mask is going to protect you. And yet the masses have fallen for it tragically. But what can we do if they don't have ears to hear, eyes to see? There's nothing we can do to change that. So anyway, The Stand, a very interesting movie. I didn't really have anything else I wanted to say except for happy 3rd year anniversary to me. We're going into year 4 and the channel's not gone. There are bigger channels that have been taken down and even some small ones that have been taken down. So I praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus, that my channel is still up for whatever reason. There are still people here listening. For whatever reason, there's still ears to hear and eyes to see. And while there was a time a while back that we weren't pushing the cryptocurrency or even for it, I've understood that that was a mistake on my part not to talk about it, not to get into it. And here we are. But I'm not doing it because I want a whole bunch of dollars. I'm doing it because it's really changed our lives. It's changed my life for the better. And if it was the mark, then it would be changing my DNA, and it's not doing that. Wendy says, still learning the Discord, cool movies that will make us think, not just be numb. Yeah, and a lot of times I don't even necessarily recommend all these movies to everybody because I say, maybe don't watch it. I'll go ahead and watch it for you. Not a big deal. Because some of them can be stressful, they can be upsetting, they can be traumatic. But hey, I'll watch them for you guys. But full armor before you get into any of these things. And praise the Lord that we're still here, and let's go into our 4th year with new knowledge. We're always learning truth from the Yahuwah, truth from the Lord. Yes, Karen, lots of milestones this week. Thank you. Yes. So since you mentioned it, I did make what's called a 3-star in our company. So in our company, you don't just have to buy the coin and sit on it. You can earn income from referrals. And if you get to a certain level of referring, you can earn more income, and they give you bonuses for that. So if you get 1 star, you get $250 bonus. If you get 2 star, you get $1,000 bonus. And if you get 3 star, you get a $10,000 bonus. And I just reached that. Talk about life-changing income. I'm just a widow mom with 2 kids that wants to get them in the right kind of education, not public education and not the Catholic education that I pulled them out of, but real true Christ-like education. While I did homeschool, I wasn't very good at it. So now they're going to go to an amazing school. I was able to pay it off in full, the full $9,000, and the income that's coming in is surreal, guys. It's surreal. But you know me that have been here for a while, and you know that I intend to put that into the same plans that we always had. Getting a bus, understanding how to build that bus, turning it into something we can live in and move around on a regular basis. And I still think that is truly part of the Lord's purpose for my life, is getting around, being able to be mobile and helping people in more than just one place, and not just being on the internet, but actually physically getting out and being able to mobily help people the way that the Lord will see it for me. And with that, that's it. It's happy birthday to my YouTube channel. It's 3 years old, moving into year 4, and I look forward to what it's going to become. Again, I'll say what I said in the first, I don't know what it's going to become. I don't know what it's going to turn into, but it was to create that community. I want to know you guys and your story, and I continue to learn more and more about you. And I'm going to come pick you up, Brenda, no doubt. I might even buy my bus in your area, right? We don't know. So I love you guys. I continue to pray for you. Please continue to pray for me, as I know you will. And I guess let's get back to our fun Friday night, me watching The Stand and going to bed early. Peace and love. Good night, guys. No, I did not decide against the bus. The bus is very much always going to be a real idea, but I love you guys. Good night.
Yeah, Destiny Lab, a little blast from the past. BTY, Brandon Thomas in the house. Want you to dance to this music. Come on and praise his name, and at the same time move it. Don't think about it, just do it. Come on and feel the beat from head to feet. Move it, grab the rhythm and use it. Come on and dance to the beat and step into it now. Move it, glorify God with your movements. Come on and move, everybody move, everybody move it.
You wanna feel good, then get wise. Pray for the water in his hands to baptize. If you got the boy and don't wanna give it up, let me pour you the truth so you can drink it up. Taste with your heart and soul. have been missing. See what your eyes can do with new vision. You can see the glory of all and get yourself saved. Never too late to start thinking the right way. I'm on a road because the touch is so gracious. Many never even place a thought on what he gave us. But don't delay if you're caught on the fence now. Jump to the side of the right and get the know-how. And watch the sparks fly in your system. And see the many ways it changes how you're living. You want it? I got it? Then give me a nod. And let's feel the beat of a pulse that feels God.
Want you to dance to this music. Come on and praise his name and at the same time move it. Don't think about it, just do it. Come on and feel the beat from head to feet. Move it. Grab the rhythm and use it. Come on and dance to this beat and step into it now. Move it. Glorify God with your movements. Come on and move, everybody move, everybody move it.
Caliber, lyrical, spiritual pleasure, marsh pits. Destiny Lab, taking all your ears hostage. We are fired up to the torch burn for the Lord, oh Lord, you got us through this dark world war. They try to battle us, believe you and us, bro. Parable, spiritual blessing, manifest and test souls. Just like the nitrous injector glow. Blast flows and cast modes like we're already national. Pass the micro, let me come on in. Breaking obstacles, for bumps called sin. One step closer and the day will come. Heavenly family, united as one. We rip the hits and sweep the hits with passion. Destiny Lab, counterattack the dark reaction. For the souls that are in need of the spiritual. Take your last chance, listen to this material.
Want you to dance to this music. Come on and praise his name and at the same time move it. Don't think about it, just do it. Come on and feel the beat from head to feet. Move it. Grab the rhythm and use it. Come on and dance to this beat and step into it now. Move it. Glorify God with your movements. Come on and move, everybody move, everybody move it. Snares and traps, I speak raps controversial. Universal truths, use the word is my arsenal. Sword and truth, I'm a soldier. Paper pages, crush boulders, trap you in the corner. No excuse, so you smolder. You steaming mad cause I'm exposed, a little demon on your shoulder. Folded arms with your nose in the air, like you don't care, but deep inside you know you're full of despair. Thought no one knew about the walls you built around you years ago. Now they cracked and crumble like a Jericho. First trumpet call, cracks appear to cover y'all. Facade exposed from head to toes as the boulders fall. Now you're naked like a baby, exposed for who you are. Look in the mirror, show your scars. No more skeletons and closets, secrets under surfaces. Search the universe to find its purposes. Want you to dance to this music. Come on and praise his name and at the same time move it. Don't think about it, just do it. Come on and feel the beat from head to feet. Move it. Grab the rhythm and use it. Come on and dance to this beat and step into it now. Move it. Glorify God with your movements. Come on and move, everybody move, everybody move it.
Crypto! This was a crypto moment by Aaron Moffat.